This video will show you how to replace the ignition coil boot kit on a Toyota Matrix. You'll have 4 of these sets located just underneath your engine cover. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. We're going to locate the valve cover located just underneath our engine cover along the top of the engine. Now there are 2 10mm headed mounting nuts that we will have to remove. But prior to removing those, we're going to move towards the rear of this engine cover. I'm using a trim tool. You can use a flat blade screwdriver if necessary. We're going to carefully pry up on our rearward hardware. A close inspection of each piece of hardware as we continue on will replace as necessary. Now we can get our 2 forward nuts here. Let's lift up on this engine cover. Just a quick inspection of that, we'll set it aside. Now that we have that engine cover off, let's make sure we clean any miscellaneous debris from along the top of the engine area. I'm just going to use some compressed air for this. Now that we've done that, let's focus on our ignition coil removal. For each one of your ignition coils, you're going to want to disconnect the electrical connector. It has a locking tab. You should be able to squeeze that in and pull it out of place. If you find you can't squeeze hard enough, you could use a small angled pick. Make your way underneath the locking tab, gently pry, and lift away. A thorough inspection for corrosion. This looks good. Now we have a 10mm headed mounting bolt holding the ignition coil in place. Take hold of your ignition coil, we'll give it a slight wiggle and lift it up and away from the engine. Now we're over at the bench with our original ignition coil and the original hardware. Let's start removing as much as we can from this. Down at the very end, we're going to remove the end mounting boot here. For this, I'm just using a small pocket screwdriver to make my way in between, gently pry it apart. Now what we need to pay attention to is for a small spring. Typically you're going to see it either inside of the ignition coil or inside of the boot. Either way, it gets replaced. Now since mine is in the ignition coil, I'm just going to take hold of it. You can use a pick, small screwdriver, whatever you have. We'll just take hold of that, slide it right off of there. Now we have our next seal right up along the base area. Just pry that out of place as well. Now that we have everything removed from this, let's just go ahead and give it a quick wipe, make sure it's not damaged in any way. It's time for the installation here. So for this, you're going to find that we have a brand new spring. One side of the spring is considerably larger in diameter than the other side. We'll take the side with the smaller diameter and carefully start sliding that down into our ignition coil. Just go ahead and slide it into there as far as possible. We're going to take some dielectric lubricant next. We'll be lubricating just along this edge here. That's going to help our boot slide into place. We'll take our brand new boot. We're going to slide it right in along the end of this. We're pressing, we're twisting, we're working in the lubricant. Now we have our next seal. We want to take the flat side, bring it all the way up this until it hits up against the base. Press that on all the way around. One last quick inspection of this, and we can get it in the vehicle. As we bring this over, I'm using a little bit more dielectric lubricant just along the very tip of that ignition coil boot. We'll take this and start bringing it down into our valve cover. As we bring it down, we need to align our mounting bolt port. We can start in that mounting bolt, snug it up. The torque will be 80 inch-pounds. Once you have it torqued, go ahead and reconnect your electrical connector. We're going to press it in, listen for a click. A light tug confirming it's properly secured. Now the process for one is going to be the exact same thing for all others. Once you've completed that, continue on with your engine cover. Just one last quick inspection in this area. Let's get our engine cover in place. Now that I have this rested in place, I'm going to continue on with my mounting nuts across the front here. started on. Let's do the same to the other. With those bolts started in, but not tightened, we're along the back side. We can install our plastic clips next. For those, just line them up, press them in as far as possible. And now we can tighten our forward hardware. There's one. Just go ahead and do the same for the other. Double check to make sure your engine cover is properly secured in place. Okay friend, we finished our job. Now at this point, it's always a good idea to change your engine oil and engine oil filter as well. After you've completed that, you just want to double check for leaks, close the hood, and take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.